Welcome back to Hertz Arena. We're back for another Florida Everblades pregame show alongside Jake Maurice. I'm Allie Vellucci. Today we're talking Cam Johnson's almost perfect game, how the Blades are finding the back of the net with so much ease. Jake, a great first start to the period last night. 3 goals in the first 20 minutes. What exact part of Florida's game allowed them to do that so quickly?
Just the energy they brought into the game, the way they came in with a purpose, wanting a better start than what they had on Wednesday, and they delivered. And also, they just had the mentality of go wherever it takes to get the goals. 2 of the Florida goals in that first period scored right out front of the net, battling with the big defense that Kansas City has, not getting intimidated, getting in there right into the face of the netminder and bashing home those rebounds allows Florida to build up a 3-0 lead, and Kansas City never came close throughout the rest of the game.
37 shots on net by Florida last night. It's something that head coach Brett Ralph has preached all season long, but specifically the past 2 weeks here. He said it's been a real focus for his team, and it comes down to consistency and discipline. The score showed their control last night, but offensively, what was the difference maker for Florida last night?
Just having that shooter's mentality, and also making sure you have it when you have the lead. A lot of times we can see teams at all levels of hockey, they really push for shots more when they're down, trailing. And of course, that's natural. You need more shots to get yourself tied back up in the game. But continuing to shoot the puck, even when you're up by 3 goals going throughout the rest of the game, continuing to make sure you're controlling the shot clock on the right side of that, that's how you get wins. That's how you hold on to leads and make sure that Kansas City doesn't have a chance to come back in that game. Because yes, they did get the one late to spoil Cam Johnson's shutout, unfortunately. But even with that goal, it never felt like they were coming back into that game. And a big part of that was just the shooter's mentality that Florida had developed all throughout the game and kept going even once they had the lead.
Speaking of Cam the Man Johnson, almost a perfect night for him, 26 saves. He plays with so much confidence. How does he contribute to the overall confidence of the team when they know that they have him in the crease?
Well, Evan Fitzpatrick does too. I'll throw him in there because he played well on Wednesday. But yeah, Cam Johnson is just a different level of confidence. It's the confidence in knowing that no matter what happens, if I make a mistake in my own zone, if a pass gets intercepted, puck takes a weird hop, whatever, he's going to be there and he's going to bail us out 99% of the time, pretty much what he did last night. And when Cam Johnson is fully locked in, it's pretty much impossible almost to beat the Everblades because he is one of the best, if not the best, goaltenders in the ECHL. I would say he's the best goaltender in the South Division for sure. And his confidence, he's a character, he's got lots of confidence, and he doesn't mind showing it. When he's showing it, it bleeds into the rest of the team and gets moving down the ice and keeps the Everblades going in the right direction like last night. 9
different players on the score sheet for Florida last night. They came into the series a little down. They had a tough weekend last week. How important is it to be getting contributions both offensively and defensively at this point in the season?
Well, it's big, and getting as many guys involved as you can is huge as well because it just makes sure everyone's confident. You don't have anyone who's kind of trailing behind, still looking. They want to get themselves back on the score sheet. They're not getting themselves in the points. They're not getting the points. They don't feel like they're contributing quite as much. Having everybody involved in that, in at least some way, is big. You saw it last week with Cody McDonald when he finally got his first goal of the season, threw the monkey off his back literally, and then goes on and gets 2 more just because he gets himself feeling good about himself.
Yep.
And he's been playing really good this week. So just having everybody rolling just makes everything move more smoothly. The systems are executed at a crisper pace. Everything just works better on the ice. There's better communication on the bench to get ready for your next shift. So it's good to see that Florida isn't just rolling with a couple guys right now. Yes, there's certain guys that are hotter than others, getting more points than others, but everyone's contributing in some important way, and it's showing well on the ice here against Kansas City this week.
2 big contributors, forward Oliver Chow and Xavier Cormier. 2 goals for Chow last night, 2 assists for Cormier. We found out this morning they get called up to Charlotte. How important is it to fill their spots and get them ready for the next level?
Well, yeah, it's a tough loss. I mean, those 2, they definitely deserved it. They played really well down here. Cormier, this is the 2nd time he's been called up. Chow, first time this year. So good for them that they're going to get this chance, but for the Everblades, it just means everybody else has got to get ready up front to step into a role that maybe they're not used to. You have to fill those offensive shoes, especially for Chow, who's been running really hot over the past few games. It has been a great contributor for the team all season long. You don't want to change your style of play to try and be a bootleg Oliver Chow. That's just not going to work. Just play your own game, but just be ready to elevate yourself. I mean, coaches try different line combinations throughout the season for moments like this so that different guys have at least a little bit of chemistry. You're not trying to go on and get 2 players who've never played together to all of a sudden click on a high offensive level. The Everblades, they'll be able to work well with this. They'll be able to respond to it. But yeah, it certainly is unfortunate for the Everblades, at least, that those guys are gone now to the AHL, though we certainly wish them all the best.
I've been waiting to talk about this segment of the show since the first period last night. Everyone's favorite part of the night. First star call-out player of the game. I am back on track. I'm on a hot streak once again. I just wanted to let you know, Oliver Chow, if you're listening, you're welcome. I called you out last night. 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I had Nolan Nean last night. He got an assist in last night's
Yep.
game, and he's been moving the puck pretty well, excuse me, over the past few games. So good to see him doing well as well. Wasn't quite at your level last night, but still successful night all around.
We're back on track. That's all that matters, right? I'm going to go maybe another safe option. Not totally, but I think he's been hot recently. Lucas Kelwa, 2 assists last night. I feel like he's just on a roll recently.
Yeah, and he's a big puck mover, especially with those 2 guys going up to the AHL. You want to get a little bit more offense from your back end. He's going to be one of the key guys coach circling to provide that. For me, I'm going with Cam Darcy. Scored a goal in yesterday's game. He's been an excellent pickup for the Everblades. Started off the season injured. Ever since he's gotten into the lineup, has been in pretty much every game. Has always provided a good effort no matter what's going on. So I want to see him keep that going tonight.
Final matchup against Kansas City Mavericks. 3 keys of the game. For me, it's really going to be the board battles once again. The physicality has started to play its way into the games. We thought it was going to be more offense-based, but we've kind of seen it turn a little physical. So I think keeping disciplined and really sticking to their game plan is really going to be Florida's key here.
Yeah, and that kind of bleeds into one of my keys, which is special teams. Florida's won the special teams battle the first 2 games. You want to keep that going, not just so you can win tonight's game, but so that you can get your special teams on a little bit of a roll heading towards the playoffs. We can kind of see them now. They're not too far away, so you got to have everything rolling at a good level before you get there. And the final key tonight is make sure you don't get complacent at all. Kansas City is still a very good team. Just because you've beaten them twice, that doesn't mean anything coming into tonight. You need to respect your opponent's abilities. Don't assume that just because the first 2 games have gone well and you got better from Friday to Wednesday, that's just going to naturally continue. Come into this game ready to go, because Kansas City, they're not going to be happy with the way these last 2 games have gone, and they're going to want to come out and prove it here tonight.
All right, Blades fans, it's going to be a fun one. Some Saturday night hockey coming up for you. Marvel night as well. Warm-ups and puck drop are up next.